Part 3. Obviously, her adventure didn't end there. It didn't end, but her feet had stopped. It happened when she was walking in the dimly lit forest with the help of the light provided by the lesser spirits. Stop right there. I don't want someone like you to move ahead, I suppose. Once again, a voice came from above, and Emilia looked around, searching for the source. Then she spotted a figure lying on a branch and involuntarily covered her mouth with her hand. The one lying on the branch, glaring at Emilia with sleepy eyes, was Beatrice. The girl shook her fancy dress in vertical rolls, then puffed out smoke using the pipe in her mouth and sneered. Quite the undisciplined girl you are, to come to Betty's place with dirty feet. Betty wants to see your parents' faces, I suppose. Beatrice, you... It's too late for you now, even if you've noticed who you are up against and who you've been rude to. Well, if you are willing to repent, then Betty may forgive. You shouldn't be smoking a pipe since you are little. You shouldn't be doing that until you become an adult. Subaru said that stops people from growing. Emilia hit Beatrice with her rational opinion after she'd witnessed the young girl smoke. Beatrice got surprised and dropped the pipe from her mouth, and then glared angrily at her. What an insult, I suppose. You must be out of your mind to be treating Betty like a child. Betty is a respectable lady. A pipe is a lady's and grown-up's privilege. It's kind of childish to be obsessed with being an adult. I suppose. Beatrice, whose face had turned completely red, was stomping on the branch. Wait, what? Okay. Beatrice, whose face had turned completely red and was stomping on the branch, was having a temper tantrum. But as a sensible adult, Emilia couldn't overlook Beatrice's misconduct. In addition to that, Emilia was in a position where she was going to ascend to the country's throne. I will never back off. Oh, you two. That's enough. Or else the flowers of the forest will get frightened. A mysterious person suddenly intervened as they were about to continue their argument. It was a black-haired man who had put his hand in front of Emilia and was looking up at Beatrice on the branch. And though it was obvious, Emilia recognized him from behind. Subaru? No, that's not right, lady. I'm not Subaru. I'm Cheshirabu. Wait, what? Cheshirabu. Cheshire-baru. My goodness, that's a sentence. Oh, hey, piss kidney. No, I'm not doing anything for Halloween Regenital. Cheshire-baru turned back and gave a thumbs up while flashing his teeth. No matter how you looked at him, he was Subaru. But if you looked carefully, then you noticed that his head had cat ears on it. He had ears where they were normally supposed to be, too, so it looked like he had 4 ears. It was kind of creepy. Someone doesn't like Betty. Wait. Someone Betty doesn't like has appeared, I suppose. If that's what you think, then back off from here, Biko. This Cheshire-baru appears in unexpected places and at unexpected moments. I can stare at your life from good morning to good morning, you know. Being watched all day is too uncomfortable. Don't think that you've won, I suppose. I suppose. Her sharp... I suppose. Her sharp parting remarks echoed as she dexterously flew above the branches and disappeared. After seeing that, Cheshire looked back at Emilia and said, "Once again, I bullied a worthless lolly. I want to know what defeat feels like." "I wasn't done scolding Beatrice yet. And those ears. Are you all teasing me, aren't you?" Wait, you okay. "I wasn't done scolding Beatrice yet. And those ears. You are all teasing me, aren't you? I'm going to get angry." An angry face is cute too. Oh, you'll rip them off if you pull that hard." Emilia turned her anger on Cheshire and pulled his cat ears, but the thing she thought was a fake was warm and properly attached to his head. Cheshire squatted down with teary eyes in front of the surprised Emilia. "I don't know what you're mad about, but if you keep getting angry like that, then everyone will be scared of you. You need to enjoy being invincible and use the strongest weapon a girl has, your smile." "I don't know what you're saying, but yeah, you're right." Amelia was told that others would get scared if she kept getting angry, which made her feel despondent and lowered her posture. At the sight of Amelia feeling down, Cheshire looked up and scowled. "All right, you need to party and have fun while you're feeling down. I'll invite you to a tea party." "A tea party?" "Yeah, a lively, noisy, and crazy tea party deep in the woods." After Amelia got invited by Cheshire with a somewhat unsettling invitation, he led her out of the forest. After walking for a while, she saw an open space and a small house in the forest. The house that blended into the forest had a huge table in the garden so that many people could sit together and enjoy themselves. And at the table were the tea party guests. "Oh, it's you, Cheshire. So you came. So now there won't just be two men. I'm glad that it won't feel like a funeral anymore." An extremely gloomy looking pair. More like two gloomy looking Subarus were sitting there. That's a real sight, caught Amelia off guard, making her forget about the gloominess. Three Subarus? Cheshire, what's happening? "I don't know what you're talking about. The ones over there are Hatter Subaru and March Subaru. The first one's wearing a hat, and the other one has harriers. It's easy to distinguish between them, right?" Prompted by Cheshire's explanation, Amelia checked, and the two who had their heads down each had their own quirks, a hat and harriers, and everything got confusing when the Subaru with cat ears joined them. Leaving Amelia, whose eyes were spinning, Cheshire sat on a seat as if it was only the natural thing to do, and shrugged his shoulders at the two Subarus who had dead fish eyes. "Hey, come on," said Cheshire. "Don't be so gloomy. Nobody coming after we send out invitations is nothing new for us." "But isn't it normal for people to hope that today might be different?" Hatter Subaru replied. "Maybe the signals were bad, and they couldn't call us and inform us about them being late." "Well, it began yesterday, and a whole night had passed," March Subaru added. "But even if someone comes, I, March Subaru, am a nice guy who'd say that he wasn't made to wait long." "Don't do that. I might fall for you," said Cheshire. Fall for you," parroted Hatter Subaru. "My era might come, a new tide for me," replied March Subaru. The three Subarus, who had lifted their heads up, started exchanging some nonsense with each other at a rapid speed. The funeral atmosphere disappeared immediately, and a strange, disorganized, noisy mood replaced it. He was right. This was a lively, noisy, and crazy tea party. "Oh yeah, for you two who are sad, shabby, and helpless, I have properly invited a guest for you today. You can applaud me for my fine play." "Who's the guest?" Hatter Subaru asked. "I'm sure you'll hype us up only to bring Biko, who's doing nothing in the forest, right? I know quite well how useless you truly are." "Well, even having Biko is better than having no one," Subaru added. "All right then. Let's put a lot of sugar into just Biko's tea and bet on how long she'll be able to endure it. I'll go with 5 minutes." "That's tempting, but that's not it. It's not Biko today, but a different girl. And she's super pretty. A walking oasis I found in the forest that can heal our dried up hearts. Her name is Emilia." Just as the excitement had reached its peak, Cheshirebaroo pointed toward the forest. Their eyes shining with expectation, Hatter Subaru and March Subaru looked in that direction. But "There's no one there!" the three of them shouted. Emilia, who had feared getting involved, had run away from there a long time ago.